target. Maximum firepower.
Brace for impact!
Okay, well, I haven't even looked at the notes yet. I mean, I guess I am looking at the notes. Oh, I love that. Welcome to Brace for Impact, where we have no show notes, is still here.
I forgot to change it.
I didn't expect new stuff to drop this second.
Dude, they just got here, so I haven't even looked at them yet. I just copied them. Yeah, 90 points. That you got your 90-point Venator, dude.
So happy. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Brace for Impact podcast, where we show you how to be better at Star Wars Armada. Today we've got two segments. We're going to go over our most recent battle report on our YouTube channel, which is match number 13. And we're going to cover some of the new announcements for the upcoming wave of Clone Wars, which is Clone Wars Wave 2. So just to kind of roll us into the match, what did you think of episode 13, Bailout versus Machine Spirit?
I thought this was another really great match where a lot of stuff was going on, and it just really shows how the improvements that have come with Armada 1.5 and Clone Wars is just really the direction that the game should be going. Because it always feels like no matter where you are in the game, you at least have some kind of response or something that you can do. If your ship gets shot, doesn't mean it's going to die right away without you being able to use it at all. And you can normally have a decision, like whether you want to activate that crippled ship for its last turn and do something decisive with it, or maybe activate a different ship. You might think you can kill the other opponent's ships before it can get to that really crippled one. It's just it feels really good. Squadrons feel amazing now because they actually have to deal with each other. So you've got a whole squadron game going on. It's great. It's great.
I agree.
About this match specifically, I reviewed it and I should have attacked the Venator. Instead of double arcing on the Consular.
You're talking about at the end of the game.
I'm talking about the end of the game. Whatever.
So we're talking about round 5, where the Consular you have it double arced. This is basically one of the last decisions you make.
Yeah.
Like an hour and 15 minutes into the video, the Consular is double arced by your thingamabob.
Magnificent, thingamabob, Jesus.
You're saying your side arc should have shot the Venator. Why?
Because I had first player.
Mm-hmm.
So you had already gone with all your stuff. Mm-hmm. Consular went. So I double arc the Consular. Still don't kill it.
Right.
But if I had shot the Venator, I could have done a side shot to the Venator again at the top of round 6 to kill it, and then front arc the Consular again.
And ram it and kill it.
Yeah. Because the Consular absorbed 2 shots, but I still could have gotten 2 shots if I had just waited for the next round, and I didn't, and it lost me the game.
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
But it's hard to see that because I was I want to get the Consular out of the fucking way because I'm going to ram it and it's going to damage me, and I got all those squadrons. And I just didn't think I just wasn't thinking about my first player advantage, and that's why I lost.
Yeah. Well, rolling back to not the last decision in the game, but maybe some of the earlier ones, you picked Contested Outpost, and you were given the choice between that and, I believe, Precision Strike and Superior Positions. What made you pick Contested Outpost?
Contested Outpost is a limited victory point objective, and Precision Strike and Superior Positions is not. So the maximum you could get from Contested Outpost was 120, right?
Yeah.
And so Precision Strike and Superior Positions don't have a limit. And since last time I played with you and I had kind of this setup of squadrons, you just absolutely smashed them. So picking Contested Outpost, it limits the amount of victory points that you can get.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've seen you run double acclimators consulars before. I know where they can be positioned. I figured at around round 4, I would be able to contest the outpost.
Right.
So it takes the 120 points and makes it more around like, 80, which is still like a lot. But precision strike and spear positions, there's just no cap to the amount of victory points that you can get.
Right.
So, and at least contested outposts, I can like kind of get an idea of where your ships are going to go.
Yeah. I'm still running into this trouble early in the game of like your separatist squadrons pouncing on one of my ships before my squadrons can get in to defend them, just via bad positioning. I think it's partly because I am using every single squadron like deployment before I drop my Venators. Like if I just like dialed that back a little bit.
I would say your kind of issue is, one, you're doing that, but like I'm separatist, so I'll always have like deployment advantage.
Right.
But you're still setting them up like you want to be protected by intel. You're pushing them all together.
Yeah.
You just got to put like 2 ships on the front corners of your acclimators. Then it's fucking blocked.
Right.
It's blocked off. I can't get the sides. I can't get the front. Got to deal with the ships.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, if you land on them, you just move them forward a little bit, and that's fine.
Yeah. My left acclimator, I think, goes down first.
I think you've got to put your acclimator on the board, put some squadrons around it, like within distance 2, like you're mimicking a deployment, and then put some maneuvers in and see where the acclimator ends up, and if you smash those squadrons, and then deploy it like that. You got to have some barrier, because I keep ripping into you with the squadrons like at turn 2.
I'm just used to side arc ships pushing squadrons and like front arc ships pushing squadrons. Yeah, like I have to point my nose a certain way, but that's also the way I want my squadrons to go, and that's kind of annoying sometimes.
Yeah, I think you cluster your squadrons a bit too much.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you have a lot of aura abilities that you
right.
want,
The 2 Jedi are giving me that kind of desire, right?
Yeah.
I think I did a lot better with my bomber command center this game, though. He stayed around a long time, got a lot of rerolls going.
But he was still in range to like use his abilities, pass out some tokens. Much better deployment this time, yeah.
So I am going to make some changes to bail out going forward to make it a little bit more threatening.
Made changes to mine.
Oh, well, I was just...
Would you be shocked to hear that I have a generic Belbalab in there?
Yeah, that's just terrifying, actually. What are you doing?
Yeah. Generic Belbalab, man.
Interesting. Okay, well, we'll see what that's all about soon. Yeah, I mean, I think the acclimators, I think I'm not getting as much value as I want to out of them, and dialing back on how much they helped their squadrons and dialing a little bit more into how much damage they're doing with their shots, I think will lead to a more balanced list.
I think you put them too close together, dude.
You might be right. You might be right.
Like you keep trying to maneuver them so tightly that you're either like going to be overlapping your squadrons or overlapping your acclimators. And
yeah, I also think like ordnance pods and quad laser turrets on one of them was a bit overkill. Like your squadrons, once my squadrons engaged them, like there was no reason for all that extra.
That was like unnecessarily anti-squadrons.
Boarding troopers really good, ended up like not really doing what I needed to do because I didn't have a front arc shot when I did boarding troopers. So you ended up like surviving and getting away. So yeah, there's some opportunity there, and it's going to be, I think, a better list when I give it some tweaking next.
I think boarding troopers is good on top of also having a squadron dial. Like if you boarding troopers with a squadron token, sapped my defense tokens, and then moved in with bombers, I feel like that would be vicious.
That does sound vicious, actually.
You know?
Yeah. That sounds
Then
amazing.
even if you do just have a side arc, it's still really good. But I don't think that's what happened.
No, I had a concentrated thing.
Yeah. Squadron's always better than concentrate when you have all those squadrons, dude.
And you know what's crazy is I was so confident I had a front arc shot, I didn't concentrate the side arc shot. So I wasted it.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. It does. Thank you. But I also need to remember that anytime I have more than one squadron to activate, that squadron command is better than concentrate fire.
Yeah, it's just always better than concentrate fire because it's a separate attack.
Yeah. So
even like one vulture is better than concentrate.
For my list, I'm gonna look at doing that. I'm gonna look at changing the objectives and coming up with a way to deal with my squadrons kind of always being in the wrong spot. So we'll see how this goes when I revise.
Listen. How did it feel to pull that dirty evade on me at round 5?
With my consular?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Because that was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched the YouTube video yet, I'm front arcing the consular and I roll like accuracy and like 4 damage with the rest of the dice. And my accuracy is fucking redirect. Because I'm like, the evade, it'll be like, whatever. Discards it to reroll 2, takes 1 damage.
Yeah.
Changes 4 damage to 1. Fuck. That was awful. That was awful.
Yeah. That's a yikes for sure, dude.
I really like that game. Felt good. All of these Clone Wars games have been feeling amazing.
Yeah. For sure.
And not just Clone Wars versus Clone Wars, but like even Clone Wars versus Empire or Rebels. It feels like everything's been brought down and everything's just working like a well-oiled machine. It feels really good.
For sure. All right, well that's our recap of match 13. You want to move on to our second segment?
Our main segment, the big segment.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to talk about Wave 2 of Clone Wars. We've got 4 ships to go over. I guess we can start with the Providence class. What do you think of this new large base ship for the Separatists?
Well, first off, let me just say that I fucking called it, that they were both going to be large base ships. The Providence looks incredible. The detailing that they're putting on all of these ships, like all of these newer ships, is so ridiculous. I honestly can't believe that we're only paying like $60 for this model.
Yeah.
Like pre-painted it's ridiculous, actually. But talking about the arcs, it looks like it's got like generic Home 1 arcs, just corner to corner.
Yeah.
3 reds, a blue, and 2 black at the sides. 2 red, 1 blue, 2 black. Also, like as we're reading these, this is like our first time looking at them because they just came out.
That's true.
So you all are on this journey with us. I think it's got a really amazing salvo arc, which is what I'm going to be referring to the rear arcs as from now on.
Fair.
But it's got red, blue, black salvo.
Really good.
Really good. And also, I think it should be noted, I don't know if both ships will do this, but the Venator and the Providence both have double commander.
Double officer?
No, double commander.
Oh, 2 commanders in the box.
Yeah.
Not
See,
2
because the
commanders.
Providence comes with Grievous and Admiral Trench.
Ooh, Trench. I'm so excited for that. I also think it's interesting that the Providence class Dreadnought gets Transport, Bombard, Droid as its tags. I know they haven't really like used that for much yet, but it's interesting that it's called Transport.
I think we'll see that. So Providence class has 9 hull. Well, the Providence class carrier is this carrier and Dreadnought. I feel like the carrier is going to be the one with more squadron, Dreadnought, more armament. We all know the drill by now. The Dreadnought
double turbo laser
has double turbo laser, ion, and ordnance with offensive retrofit. with the gunnery team slot and officer
That is
for 105
deadly.
points. This is a deadly motherfucker.
Yeah.
What the hell? And we can see in the spread there's one card that looks like some kind of anti-squadron shield effect.
Oh,
And-
yeah. That does look cool.
And some card that says Jedi hostage, which what we can read is if an enemy ship declares you the target of a non-salvo attack. I guess if you have a defense token ready, and then it kind of cuts off. It sounds like they'll have to spend a defense token of their choice to attack you, kind of like Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah.
But we'll see what the rest of the text says.
I'm super hyped for Trench, dude.
Oh, Trench is going to be amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. 105 points for the more expensive of the two, which I think is pretty reasonable considering its battery and hull.
It seems pretty wild, yeah. I mean, you put fucking enhanced armament on it, link turbo laser towers.
XI7 link turbo laser towers.
Yeah, XI7 would be pretty good.
And then you get leading shots and ACM.
Or it's a contender for swivel mount. Swivel mount ACM.
So my problem with swivel mount on this guy and is I feel like swivel mount is really good on ships that have one arc as its primary focus, and you're just saying, you know what, I'm not going to get a good shot with my other arc anyway. Let me pull it over, right? So here's the acclimator, right?
Its side arc is strong and it's wide, and I can turn this ship sideways and I can shoot you with squadrons and swivel mount ACMs at long.
I feel like this guy wants to double arc. Like
everyone
wants to double arc. I understand that
for sure.
Everyone wants to double arc, but like the acclimator does not want to double arc, right? It's not worth the 2 dice to like potentially like get misaligned on your front arc. So I just feel like I would rather like XI7 and LTTs on this particular ship, just because of like, you know, LTTs are going to trigger on, you know, both of my double arc shots. I'm not sacrificing a dice somewhere to get it somewhere else. You know, XI7 is going to punch through, and I can just accuracy the brace, and you know.
I just want to get down and dirty with the long range ordnance, because y'all motherfuckers got to play with that. Y'all fucking republics, but I haven't been able to throw ACMs at long range, and
true.
I want to experience that.
It's amazing.
So the Dreadnought has an offensive retrofit, and I feel like the carrier will also have offensive retrofit.
It must if it's a carrier, right?
It must. And yeah, it's got brace redirect contain that we can see.
It's got to have salvo as well.
And it's got to have salvo as well.
Yeah.
Or actually, it could be one of the Clone Wars ships that doesn't come with salvo.
No way.
And you have to take local fire control.
No way.
I mean, I don't think that can happen, but it's certainly an option just because we can't see the fucking defense tokens.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, but I don't see it on this guy.
But the carrier has double black. That's cool.
That's cool. Double black is strong.
Oh, it's got double click on 1.
Yeah, I know. Double click on 1. I expect this to be a 2-speed ship.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It would be really nice if it was 3, obviously, but I expect it.
It's not going to be 3. It's going to be like Home 1, Speed 2, and the carrier might have the engine tech slot.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's the most I'll expect.
Do you want to talk about Grievous?
Let's talk about Grievous.
Right,
General Grievous comes with the Providence alongside Admiral Trench, but we can't really see his card as of recording right now. He says he's 20 points. When a friendly ship or squadron is destroyed, you can choose one friendly ship or unique squadron at distance 1 to 5 of the destroyed ship or squadron. And if you do, the chosen ship or unique squadron may either ready one of its defense tokens or recover one of its discarded defense tokens and then exhaust that token.
It seems good.
It seems so fucking good.
First of all, he's really cheap, which is good because his effect isn't insane. And the reason why I say it's not insane is because of the timing when it happens. Like when for example, like friendly ship or squadron. Okay, first of all, any effect that says when a friendly ship is destroyed, like they tend to not be great because in general, I don't want my friendly ships to be destroyed, right?
Yeah.
So if we just say when a friendly squadron is destroyed, you can choose basically any defense token in range 5 of it and refresh it, right?
Yeah.
When your squadrons are getting destroyed is the key to this happening, because it gives your opponent the ability to kind of play around with it, right? I can be like, okay, well, I'm going to kill his squadrons and then attack his ships and make him spend his defense tokens after they're destroyed.
Yes.
So
what I feel like General Grievous really hits home on is fighter screens.
Yeah.
So you're getting attacked. Your main Providence battleship is getting attacked. What Grievous does is he allows you to take hits from bombers, and while they're trying to move more squadrons in, they've got to kill your vultures' fighter screens. So you can spend your defense tokens on their squadron command, and while they're killing your vultures, you get those defense tokens readied again.
Yeah.
And you can use them for the shot that's coming in from the ship.
Yeah. It's
That's
good.
what I feel
It's
like
nice
his
and
main
cheap.
purpose will be. Good, nice and cheap. He's great. He's great.
He synergizes with like a squadron heavy fleet, which you guys don't really have right now.
Yeah. Okay. This is what I'm here for.
Invisible Hand.
Invisible Hand. I cannot believe how good this card is.
Okay. While deploying fleets, if you are in the play area, when you would deploy a squadron with Swarm, you may set that squadron aside next to your ship card instead. You may set aside up to 5 squadrons in this way. And then it says squadron command for each squadron you would activate. With this command, you may place one of your set-aside squadrons within distance 3. It cannot move this activation, and if it has AI, increase its AI value by 1. 9 points. Title.
This is so obscene. I will play this the first game. I'm gonna have Invisible Hand on the table.
Yeah.
Can you comprehend how good this is?
So there's a couple of scenarios I can think about. One is you think about it like rapid launch bays, extra plus mode, right? Because it gives them, extra die. But it's a swarm only, which means it's basically vultures. And I actually see it more of a defensive screen of squadrons. Because
that is also certainly a capability.
you can set aside 5. It can't even dump all 5 at once.
No. It has 4 squadron, and carriers almost always come with offensive retrofits.
So you're talking about like
expanded
okay, yeah. I guess you could expand hangar bay to get up to 5. But what I'm saying is, like, you could drop 2 and just have a screen around your ship and just like drop them to prevent enemy squadrons from engaging you, and then they come out and they just do extra damage to whatever the scariest like bomber is or whatever, right? Like Anakin rolls up in his Y-wing and you're just like, actually I'm just gonna drop 3 vultures here and they're gonna roll AI 2 extra dice at Anakin. Seems good. And then even if they're maybe not killing him, but it's gonna prevent the enemy bombers from bombing your ship. It's a defensive screen, right? And then with Grievous
are
there,
be rolling like a blue and 3 black.
Right.
Tri-fighters are going to be rolling 5 dice.
Yep.
But what I see this as is load up vultures.
Yeah.
And look, Invisible Hand says you may set up to 5 squadrons this way. Invisible Hand activates while deploying fleets.
Yep.
If the Providence class carrier has an offensive retrofit, which I'm kind of thinking it will not.
No way.
Because if I add rapid launch bays, Invisible Hand can have 9 squadrons like that.
All right.
And then you can use Invisible Hand's ability to sling 5, or how many? Yeah, well, you'll have rapid launch bays, so you'll be able to sling 4 at blue dice range. That's distance 3.
Yeah.
So it's close medium you're setting them up as. Distance 1 creeps halfway into red dice range.
Yeah.
So you're going to sling 4 or 5 vultures downfield and add 5 separate single red dice attacks to your attack.
Right.
And if you want to be like super expensive about it, you can do that with tri-fighters and add 5 black dice.
True. Now, I think Try and Vultures are AI squadron only, right? Like this wouldn't be like a
Yes.
bombing run or
Yeah.
anything. It would,
You can't do that with bombers because there's no bombers with swarm.
but it would
But you get what I'm
be.
saying.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's so far.
Right.
I am really here for the interaction between rapid launch bays and invisible hand. That's the reason I think that the carrier won't have offensive retrofit, because that seems ridiculous.
Well, I don't think you'll be like, you won't be able to activate, 4 squadrons via invisible hand and then 4 via rapid launch base at the same time.
No, I'm saying it would be a super carrier where you sling 4 one turn and then you sling 4 more another turn.
Yeah.
Considering
that
like maybe you do the fighter screen.
the Dreadnought has an offensive retrofit, like you don't even need the carrier, you can just do it on a Dreadnought, right?
I feel like the Dreadnought will have like two squadron or something.
Oh, I see. No, I don't see a world where the ship called Carrier can't take boosted comms.
I don't know. I mean, and a hyperwave signal boost for 4 squadrons.
Yeah.
It's still shitty, but.
So next up is Shumai. What do you think of Shumai for 4 points? After deploying fleets, you may place 2 non-consecutive round tokens on this card. During each round matching one of these tokens, while attacking a ship, you may re-roll up to 3 dice.
4 points. I think Shumai's a sexy bitch.
That's insane, right?
That is insane, dude.
So
3 dice?
Yeah.
I'll take turn 3 and turn 5, thank you.
Yeah, you take
and depending on how fast the recusants can go, maybe turn 2 and turn 4.
It seems
Lovely.
so freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Seems like she would want to be the officer on Providence.
Yeah, or any ship.
Yeah.
Any ship. 3 dice, any color.
Yeah. 4 points, really good. She's like better than ordnance experts, It's just only those specific 2 turns, but still really good.
Bro, recusants can take ordnance experts already.
Yeah, true. Speaking of recusant, you want to talk about it a little bit?
I do. I really do. This is my top favorite ship of all time. It's the coolest fucking submarine looking ship. It's got the wildest arcs for any ship. It's almost got like SSD auxiliary arcs.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
You know? It is just ridiculous. It looks amazing. And I feel like it'll be amazing. Oh my god, is it 85 points? No way. It's not that cheap.
It's 85 points, yeah.
It's 85 fucking points?
Yeah. For the light destroyer.
Oh my god. I've got to get some comparison. Oh, no way. This is the cheapest fucking large base ship I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, it might be the cheapest. It has an evade.
It's got an evade.
Now,
it probably has evade double redirect.
And salvo?
And salvo, maybe.
Imagine it not having a brace. That would be why it's so cheap, right?
Yeah, because braces. Well, it might have evade brace redirect, because that's the way the hard cells have it set up. I don't know why evades come first. In my head, braces come first, then redirect, then all the other shit. But it could have brace. It would be weird for a large base ship to not have brace.
Weird for a large base ship to have evade.
I'll take 3. I'll have 3 recusants.
Yeah.
And I'll play all 3 of them. And good luck with that. It looks like we've got a T-Series Tactical Droid Commander.
Yeah.
It looks like while a friendly ship is attacking a ship, the attacker may add 1 black die to its attack. And something about defense tokens, but it's all cut off. And then we've got some ugly motherfucker.
Yeah. And we've got
it looks like
battle droid with wings.
Like super battle droid boarding team.
Yeah.
Which it does have gunnery team and offensive retrofit.
So it could be.
It could be a boarding trooper kind of thing. I wonder what it would do. Oh my god, can you imagine boarding trooper recusants?
No, I can't.
I can. Oh, it's gonna be good. Oh, I'm so happy. look, this is going to be the mainstay of my separatist fleets.
Do you
I
think
think I'll have one
it'll
in
be
every
a?
single list.
I think this will be a speed 3, right?
It's got to be speed 3.
It's a light destroyer, right? It needs to go.
No, it's got to go.
I think
And
they'll.
it's got red anti-squadron, 1 red anti-squadron.
Yeah,
so
that's the
laser
support,
towers
right?
is go.
I think that the light destroyer needs like maybe like 1 squadron value instead of 3.
I don't know. I don't know what the squadron value is going to be for this one. Maybe 1 or 2. Seems like 1 is really bad.
Yeah, but I don't know. The light destroyer I don't think needs to be pushing squadrons. You got so many other ships that push squadrons. This for me is like
pushing, you know?
what if the MC-30 was a large base? You know, that's kind of what I see what I think of when I see this guy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking
Like
too. But
MC-30
stacked more in
scout
front.
frigate. Yeah, stacked more in the front instead of the sides.
Dude, you're gonna get double arced, and I'm gonna be sideways.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard not to get double arced by this shit.
God, it's so cool, dude.
I think the only way to prevent it is like to ram it.
Or to just stuff it into one single arc, you know? Like
Yeah.
stuff the front.
Yeah, stuff the front or ram so that like it can't get its sides to bear, but the front is the scariest part.
But I mean, you take 1 shot from the front or the front and the side.
Right, exactly. Red dice are finicky. I think actually this ship would also love Shumai for the rerolls and ordnance experts. Like he just needs as many rerolls as possible, right? You put LTT, Shumai, ordnance experts, and APTs on here, and just like go to town with the rerolls. Or you cracking it up,
For
right?
sure. Oh, I'm for sure gonna have Kraken. Kraken, Shumai, ordnance experts, fix all the dice,
Yeah.
have 3
It's a
recusants.
double crit hit accuracy.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, dude. Oh my
Terrifying.
god, TRC. I'm gonna put TRC
Oh my
on these
god!
they got
No, leave, go away. I hate you.
TRC. I'm gonna TRC. All right, here's what TRC.
Yeah.
ACM.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the boarding troopers or the battle droid boarding troopers. Shumai, Kraken.
I hate
That's
that.
my recusant.
I hate everything about that.
This is so cheap, 85 points. It's a large base. Why is it priced? It's cheaper than like a fucking victory, dude.
I mean, maybe it doesn't have a brace.
It's got a brace. It'll have to have a brace. Everything has a brace. Except for Raiders. Oh no, Raiders even have brace. Dude, Raiders even have brace. Everything in the game has a brace except for flotillas.
Everything doesn't have a brace. MC-30s
And
don't have a
architects.
brace.
I'm not talking about your cheapo rebel shit. I'm talking about the good stuff. I'm talking about Empire. Dude, this is a fucking Victory 2 cost. I'm paying for a Victory 2 and I'm getting this? Is this reality right now?
Well, now think about the Victory 2. Like, the front arc is 6 dice. The side arcs are, what, 4 dice? Like, it's actually
side
got...
arcs are 3 for a Victory.
Okay, one less. But it's got more shields on the front?
Mm-hmm.
It's got the same health or 1 less?
I feel like Recusant Support Destroyer is not going to have blacks, though. It'll have blues, right? Blues and reds.
Maybe. It could also be the Support Destroyer. I don't know. It might not have blacks. But I feel like they're like
black.
MC-30s, right? Where they both have blacks.
And it'll be blacks and blues?
Yeah, but maybe... I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. The Support Destroyer, the way they have it here, makes it seem like that's the cheaper of the 2. And it's also 3 squadron value, so I imagine it having less firepower.
It's cheaper than 85 points?
Maybe the Support Destroyer is more? I don't know.
Dude, I'll have 3, thank you. I feel like I'm going to get 3 Recusants and 1 Providence.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'll run multiple Providences.
You never know. They seem really strong. Like a brawler, like an MC-75 almost.
Yeah. I'm loving it. Well, Recusant doesn't have the contain like the Providence does, but man.
So
I just love that ship.
Moving on from your favorite ship to mine. The Venator is coming, and I freaking love this guy. 90 points for the Venator 1, so, probably sub 100 for Venator 2. Some of the stuff we're seeing here is 4 shields on the front, 3 on the sides, 2 on the rear. Salvo arc is 111. The Venator 2 is a 3 command, 5 squadron, 4 engineering with 9 hull.
Fuck.
5
squadron.
Yeah.
with blue-black.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I know.
Fuck.
It's going to be nuts. Plo Koon looks like one of the commanders.
It looks like he deals with squadrons.
And when a friendly squadron is attacking something that is at distance 1 to 3 of a ship, the attacker may set a die to an accuracy icon or something, improving the effectiveness of my squadrons. Yes, please. I'll take it.
Yeah. Don't like Plo Koon already.
Venator 1 looks like reds and blacks, kind of like a victory 1, whereas the Venator 2 trades out, I think, one of each for like 2/2/2 on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the Venator 1 has Fleet Command. Is that what the upgrade is called?
Yeah. It's got Officer, Gunnery Team, Fleet Command, Offensive, Ordnance, and Turbo Laser.
Yeah, and I hope that the Venator 2 has Ion slot, because no ship in the Republic has one yet. And I'm misleading shots.
Yeah.
But I'm also wondering if the Venator 2 would have, like, I don't know, 5 squadron. It seems like a lot.
5 squadron is so fucking many, dude.
Right.
You don't understand. It's 6 with a token.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's nuts. I'm
and you
so
get clone
hyped.
nav officer, and you just get the tokens.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
know how I'm going to deal with 6. Dude, you're pushing squadrons.
I mean,
more
I
than
could expanded hangar
Separatists push
bay.
Squadrons.
Expanded hangar bay. I could do a 7 squadron activation.
The Venator 2 is not going to have expanded hangar bay. It's not going to have offensive.
It has
no
5
way.
squadron. You're telling me that? Okay, so here's what you're saying. When you say that the Venator 2 doesn't have offensive retrofit, this is what you're saying. Either the Venator 1 is the carrier, quote unquote, of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that means that both Venators have 5 squadron activations. Or you're saying that the Venator 2 has more squadron command, but is worse at commanding squadrons.
Not worse, just limited. They can command more,
You're
but they've got to be closer.
You're obsessed with ships not having the offensive retrofit?
No, it cannot have offensive retrofit. You can't push 7 squadrons in a turn. You just can't do that.
I am going to do it to you soon.
Man,
Look at
fuck
these
you.
arcs. Aren't these arcs wild?
No, it's ISD arcs.
Look how far back the front arc
Oh wait, yeah. What
angle
the fuck? Why is it
is.
so far back? That looks so weird.
It's like, it seems like it's actually going to be pretty good at double arcing.
Let me see. I got an ISD right here. That's an ISD arc.
It starts behind the peg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an ISD right here. That's just an ISD arc. That's
Pretty
what
nice.
I've been dealing with for fucking 5 years.
They're pretty good. 90 points, nice and cheap. I'm going to command all
Clone
the
Jedi
squadrons.
comms.
Yeah.
And it's got like an Ahsoka officer, and it's got some weird. I don't know what to call that card. Maybe that's a new fleet command.
That'd be cool. And Luminara, I think, is the other commander, right? Plo and Luminara.
Who the fuck is this bitch? Because this is not Luminara.
Barris?
No, fucking on Luminara's card, looking like she wants to be Luminara, but she's not.
You're just complaining
Like,
about
she
the
looks
art?
So fucking weird.
Yeah. It's
No,
very...
dude, like look at her art and then go to Luminara's squadron. That's Luminara. Who the fuck is this? Who's this yellow bitch?
I don't know, but what I will say is while a friendly ship or unique squadron is defending, after the spend defense token step, if it spent fewer than 2, it may ready one of its defense tokens it did not spend, or choose another friendly ship at 1 to 5 and ready one of that ship's defense tokens. So Grievous was like, hey, for 20 points, if something dies, I'm going to get a defense token back. And Luminar's like, anytime anyone spends a defense token, I'm going to get a defense token back.
Well, a single defense token.
Okay, yeah, but like that happens a lot.
It does happen a lot, especially for squadrons.
And there's like salvo around, right? So like, let's say I like have to brace redirect with my Venator, right? And then
Wait,
like,
why the fuck is that a reality?
let's
So
say some big
your fucking squadron can defend. A
And
unique squadron can defend and refresh a ship token.
yes, dude, yes. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, fuck these Jedi. These Jedi are so fucking annoying.
So like,
any of these Jedi squadrons,
like
Jedi officers,
it
Jedi
actually
commanders,
makes
fuck all of them.
Axe.
Fuck
It
off.
makes Axe even better because any
Oh my
nearby
God.
ship any nearby squadron gets shot at, and he can just spend a token for them to reduce damage by 1, and then you're just like using his tokens to refresh like your brace on your Venator, right? Like
The only saving grace is that if you take Luminara Commander, you can't have Luminara Squadron.
fuck
Because
you.
can you imagine Luminara Squadron with Luminara Commander and Axe? I ain't doing any damage.
What do you think of this Barris officer? While defending, after the Bloody Blah declares the defending. What?
Okay, you can spend a redirect after an opponent declares you as an attack, your hull zone, and you can change it to a different hull zone.
Change which hull zone's getting shot at?
Yeah.
Oh my god. My guy, that's
So
nuts.
basically, Barris says if you're getting shot at with a hull zone that has no shields, you can spend a redirect to change it to another hull zone that does have shields.
Right, but I'm spending
your
the redirect
opposite side.
just to do that.
Yeah, you can't spend it again during that attack because that's still within the same attack.
Right.
You can't spend multiple times. You know,
Right.
Everyone knows the rule, but seems weird and niche. I wonder.
Really
how expensive
good.
she
This is really good. Like, imagine like all the times that you swing around to the side arc of my Acclimator to avoid the 4 shields, right?
Yeah.
I'm spending the redirect before you can even accuracy it. Right?
You can also do it for squadrons,
It's
right?
after you're declaring the defending hull zone. So I can just spend a redirect, and before you can accuracy it, now you're definitely attacking my front arc.
You mean before I can crack and accuracy it?
Yeah, exactly.
And you can do it for squadrons. So like you can just spend it and be like you're attacking the side now and not my shields down side arc, you know?
Yeah.
And then brace and
then refresh it with Luminara. They go together really well.
I mean, if you don't spend the brace, then yes.
I think like Luminara, so like I think that the Venator 2 must have a defensive retrofit maybe instead of the Fleet Command one.
Maybe.
And then
maybe. That seems like
or maybe, you know, just additional, right? But
or
Luminara
defensive instead of the offensive. Because that's what they did. That's what they did with the comms frigate.
Maybe, but then they both have 5 squadron, and I will still be happy.
You know what? That might be fine.
Then, so you take your Venator 2 with a defensive retrofit, Luminara, Barris, and ECM. So I can always make sure to spend my brace with my ECM. I can always get my redirect.
Then you spend the redirect, yeah, and then man.
And then
sucks.
like 4 damage to the side, locking the brace, which would actually penetrate 2 to the hull. Like now becomes 2 damage on the front shields. It's like crazy. Yeah, I like that. And I love that they're like a combo wombo. That's cute. Yeah, I'm really hyped for the Venator. Let's go. That's all I have to say. Can't wait to see the Ahsoka officer. Pelta. Pelta.
No, fucking Tarkin.
Tarkin's on the Pelta, dude.
No, you don't know.
He's with the picture of the ship.
No, that's wrong.
So I'm going to talk about Pelta, and then I'm going to talk about the cards that come with Pelta, including Tarkin. So first of all, happy to see this small base guy come in here. Happy to see the medical frigate has the fleet, the fleet support, the fucking flotilla upgrade, and a defensive retrofit. Like I don't know what that's doing there, but yeah, I like this guy. He's basically like, you know, he's gonna be great. I have Bomber Command Center on him. I don't have to bring Radiant 7 all the time anymore. Like I can have a couple of these guys be basically overpriced flotillas for engineering. So that'll be cool to like siphon off engineering with the projection experts, right? Because it's actually a small, cheap ship that has a lot of engineering points. That's really cool.
Oh, what the fuck? 4 engineering?
Yeah.
Does the Rebel Pelta have 4?
I don't know. As someone who plays with it all the time, I don't know because I only squadron command on it. Let's see. It does. The assault ship does.
Weird.
And it's 2 clicks at 1 and 1 and 1 at 2. but that's a modified Pelta, and the Rebel Pelta, actually, the front arc has one additional black die compared to the transport.
Yeah.
And so I
Well, we've got the
assume,
transport frigate and the medical frigate.
yeah, and so I assume the medical frigate will be diced more like the command, which is like probably going to be 2 red and a blue,
Yeah.
as opposed to reds and blacks. It'll be reds and blues. And I'm hoping for evade, redirect, brace, the classic trio.
It's cheap, 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 cheap.
Yeah. So I wonder if the medical frigate, right? Like, they're both going to have support teams. I hope that gosh. So I see neither of these as being good at pushing squadrons. Like, the Pelta was like a really good small base squadron pusher. You could get your 3 squadron activations. You could do your all that shit, especially it had the offensive retrofit and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the transport frigate doesn't have an offensive retrofit, and the medical frigate only pushes 2 squadrons. So I don't see, but the Republic has a lot of things to push squadrons, so I'm not worried about it. Transport frigate will be great as a much nicer flotilla, and the medical frigate will be really cool in terms of supporting, maybe feeding shields, and doing some other cool stuff to screw with the enemy. I might be buying 2 of these because one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, in my head, I was like, I'm definitely buying 1, right? Because how can I not buy 1? But because one of them can be a flotilla, I'll probably buy 2. I could see myself like 2 of these and an acclimator and a venator, right? And one of them is my flotilla, one of them is feeding shields everywhere, and then like the Aki and the venator are like, pushing squadrons. I could also see myself running 3 acclimators, or 3 venators, so who knows?
What do you think of 3 venators is not going to do it, dude. That's not enough points.
Well, it's 270.
90.
It's 270, right? For 3. So then 270 plus Luminara for 25. So now you're at 300, and then you have 100 points of squadrons. What do you mean?
That's gonna suck ass.
I won't need 3 venators because I'm going to activate all 7 squadrons with one go.
Go fuck yourself. What do you think of this back card, Relief Mission?
Relief Mission. Is that what this is? I just see mission.
I know, but like I'm just extrapolating from the card art. I mean, it's when Bail Organa went to Ryloth for the Relief Mission, right?
Yeah.
With the Pelta, I mean, what more do you want? Why is there an upgrade card that says Relief Mission?
Well, and then the text that it also shows us is increased something 0 points, right?
Or by 10 points, 20 points.
What if it
increases your victory points?
What if it gives you, like an objective token, like giving you extra victory points would be cool?
That would be cool.
I don't know. There's like freaking 2 words on this card, so I have no idea.
It could be like a fleet support upgrade.
I think it will.
Transport.
I think it definitely would be fleet support, right?
And it could be something like, if the ship is like in the enemy's deployment zone, you can spend like a squadron token and increase your victory points.
That'd be interesting.
That would be fucking cool.
Oh, and I want to stake my claim right now on the Venator Venator 1 art. Is that an Architans in the background?
Let's see.
Either way, Republic Architans is coming next, I think.
I don't know. They got like a weird fucking ship in there.
There's also Captain Silver, which does something with your navigate commands, and Admiral Tarkin, which is basically the last thing on this ship that I want to talk about.
What do you think about Admiral Tarkin?
I think nothing of Admiral Tarkin. I think he's
nothing?
bad. I think he's really bad.
Why? That's not bad.
I don't know, man. Like just compare him to like some of the other commanders, right? So at the start of each ship phase, you take a command token off this card, and then that one ship gets a dial, or all friendly ships get a token, right?
Tokens are good.
Tokens are better than they were. Tokens are better than they were. So, like, I guess I could have, like, Like I could think of him as like, well, what if I gave you 30? If I costed you 30 points, and it said, your Venator gets double dials every turn, right? That seems pretty good.
That is really good.
But what if I told you, for 30 points,
But
if you
you're not getting it though.
Tell me, what am I not getting?
Fleet commands.
Huh?
Start of the ship phase is the same timing as fleet commands. So you load up your tokens, you spend your tokens for fleet commands, you get your command tokens back from Admiral Tarkin. You have constantly flushed fleet command tokens. You always have All Fighter to follow me on. All of your arcs are always going speed 3 now. That's what Admiral Tarkin says.
Huh.
It's uninteractable.
Does it happen? Okay, so this might be better than I thought. So,
Exactly.
For example, could I use it to refresh ECM? Does that happen at the start of the ship phase, or does that happen in the command phase?
I think that happens before the command phase.
Right.
But fleet commands, they activate during the ship phase.
At the start of the ship phase.
Yeah, which is
the same timing. Right. Now, okay, at the start, okay, are you saying that with Admiral Tarkin, he could discard a squadron command token and give a Venator a squadron command dial that happens immediately?
No.
What do you mean no? It says gain a matching command dial.
Yeah, but you can't resolve commands outside of the ship activation.
So it just puts a command dial.
Yeah, and then when you reveal your dial, you have that additional dial. Because that would be fucking fun.
Yeah. Interesting.
But I mean, dial all navs on your Venator with 7 squadron command, and then have Admiral Tarkin with 3 or 4 squadron command tokens, and then put engineering on him. And if you need an engineering, you mulligan it.
Is that better than having all squadron commands on my Venator and having Bail to give it a nav plus engineering on the same turn for a triple command dial?
I think Bail is stronger for a shorter period of time, but Admiral Tarkin is better for a longer period of time. For every turn, he's doing something.
Yeah.
Bail, he can go hard on 1 turn, 2 turns, then he's done.
Yeah.
But I mean, Tarkin, you can do a nav dial if you need it.
Yeah.
At turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, and it can be any command tokens that you want.
I just feel like if I narrowed it down, like, am I just putting like what token do I want to spread to all of my ships? I guess concentrate fire, and then I put clone gunners.
Gunners, maybe.
And then they're just like sucking the life out of everything else. Like, that seems good.
Yeah, I mean, it seems good because it is good. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
It seems good. I guess I'll think about it.
And there's also going to be a new fleet command, like a new one.
Yeah.
And the Pelta has the fleet command option as well. So you can have a Pelta.
Well, I think we only have confirmed that the Pelta has a fleet support.
No. In the line on FFG's site, the Pelta comes with a new fleet command.
Oh, so that must be the medical frigate.
The medical frigate has a fleet command option.
Okay, I dig that.
So you can have a Pelta with a fleet command, double Venator with another fleet command, and Tarkin can charge all that shit.
Yeah, you could.
It just charges it.
Yeah.
And it's a new one. We've already got fleet commands for every command token. So you can double up.
You mean like whatever token this one requires, if I spend that token, I could activate both fleet commands potentially?
Exactly.
That's really good.
It is really good. Like, let's
I just
see.
Like, are you is he better than Lumi though? Because Lumi's really good.
I mean, better is weird. Lumi seems like she'll be really defensive.
Yeah.
But having more dials, I feel, is better in the long run.
More dials is good.
Because after a while, like, just because you have green defense tokens doesn't mean your ship isn't going to die.
That's true.
And then when Luminaro's dead, she's dead.
When Tarkin's dead, he's dead.
Still, yeah, but you can, use nav dials and get out of the way.
Yeah.
Charge up all your shit. I mean, I feel like Tarkin's really good. I feel like he's really good.
I'm excited, dude. I think like when this wave hits, it's gonna be like Clone Wars is gonna go from like basically seeing the same 2 ships on the board all the time to like a huge variety of ships.
I agree.
Because even like running a few Peltas seems fine because they're basically like slow kind of CR90 dice-ish cheap point, like 45 points. It's not like 60 points anymore.
Yeah.
And like they're doing all kinds of crazy shit. You've got like now you have 2 different large bases you can go for. Like it's gonna be really cool.
I'm here for it. I like that they're coming with double commanders. I feel like it's fucking great.
I'm going to take first player, and I'm going to last first you with my Venator, and it's going to activate 14 squadrons.
Fuck off.
I'm going to do it.
God damn.
I'm going to do it.
I don't know why Republic is activating more squadrons than the Separatists.
And maybe with Plo Koon as my commander, my squadrons are going to, maybe he'll be the Sloan of the Republic.
Like who's designing this fucking game? Like, you have the strong ass squadrons. You should be activating 3. I should be activating 5. I got more to activate.
That's true.
God damn it.
But you can activate them during the squadron phase with Hyperwave Boost or whatever.
That isn't fucking good. It's not good.
Yeah.
I'm just ready for the fucking recusants, dude. They're so cool.
Do you think the other one is going to have double flak?
I hope so.
The light
I
destroyer?
hope I get like a blue-black or something to deal with all your squadrons.
Well, I think it would be more like a blue-red, right? Because the other one's got red.
There's not going to be blue-red.
What about red-black?
Maybe blue or red-black isn't very good.
With OE,
blue,
it's
or
okay.
blue-black.
Think about this. Recusant light destroyer, right? With ordnance experts and LTT, red-black suddenly becomes okay. You're re-rolling both of them.
That is true. That does become okay.
And if you decide to turn the red die into, double black or add 2 black if you only attack one target?
Add 2 black, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you're re-rolling it with OE?
And re-rolling the red with LTT. I mean, it could be good. I don't think they'll do red-black, though. I think it'll be blue-black.
We'll see.
Frankly, because of that.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's our show. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Bye.